Good day and good afternoon. I am Joseph Sciami, the Chief Executive Officer of the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum and President of the Sons of Italy Foundation, an entity that currently owns the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum. Today we are gathered to honor and salute three important people and at the same time to have a very enjoyable day and afternoon. So to begin the program today, I would like to introduce Ciro Capano. Ciro is the Vice Chair of the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum Board of Commissioners, and he will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be followed by the playing of the national anthems. We ask that perhaps if you're at home, you rise, or you might even face the flag that is in back of me, so that you can pledge allegiance and then participate in the singing of the anthems. Once the anthems are over, the Reverend Adam Forno, National Chaplain of the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy and America, will lead us in an invocation and extend his blessings to all of us gathered. As Father finishes, we'll have the official welcome to today's great luncheon by Carl Ciaccio, the current chair of the Garibaldi-Meucci Commission. Let's welcome now Ciro Capano.
Brothers and sisters, please join me in one proud voice as we salute our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you and God bless.
Good afternoon. Dr. Vincenzo Solero, founder of L'Ordine Fili d'Italia in America, 115 years ago, once said, quote, "This wonderful country can only become the richer and more cultured as a result of our efforts," end quote. In the spirit of his vision, let us pray. Creator God, as those entrusted with this great legacy of sons and daughters of Italy and America, may we never cease to relish our rich heritage. By the power of your Spirit, help us to preserve it and foster its awareness. Through our museum, may we continue to maintain the legacy of General Giuseppe Garibaldi and Antonio Meucci as we promote an understanding of our heritage and a positive image of Americans of Italian descent. We're grateful for Garibaldi's heroism and military exploits that made the unification of Italy possible. And so too, with great pride, we honor Antonio Meucci as a prolific Italian inventor, engineer, chemist, recognized for his work in the invention of the telephone. May our museum's educational, cultural, and artistic programming, together with the initiatives of our order, funding scholarships, cultural preservation, medical research, disaster relief, the support of our veterans, patriotic and social justice initiatives, such as our century-old struggle in eliminating ethnic prejudice, strengthen our resolve and continue the work of preserving a place of pride in the American dream. Rejoicing, Lord, that we've been able to give back to this nation that has so generously accepted our ancestors, giving them and us a place to call home. Bless our honorees this day, Bob, Giada, and Tom, who've contributed to the work of our order and the support of this museum. And bless, we pray, all our patrons and those participating in this virtual gala is an expression of our shared belief that this wonderful country can only become richer and more cultured as a result of our efforts and through our faith in you, our God who lives supreme now and forever. Amen.
Hello and welcome to the 32nd Annual Garibaldi-Meucci Museum fundraiser, brought to you for the first time via a virtual gala. My name is Carl Ciaccio, chairperson of the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum. To our dignitaries, distinguished guests, and participants, which include National Osdia President Nancy DeFiore-Quinn, New York State Grand Lodge President Anthony Naccarato, First Lady Mary Naccarato, and Consulate General of Italy, Francesco Genuardi, thank you for being a part of our quintessential annual fundraiser. Your participation and support during such a global challenging time is very encouraging. Since this virtual event provides a unique opportunity to literally acknowledge viewers throughout the world, I say good morning to San Francisco, good afternoon Chicago, Pennsylvania, New York, good evening Hornchurch, England, Buonasera Italia, Venezia, Portogruaro, Paduli di Benevento, Campania, Napoli, Montemario, Roma, Palermo, Catania, Maletto, Bronte, Pozzallo, Agrigento, Sambuca, Sciacca e tutta la bella Sicilia. I'm sitting in my favorite room of a quaint 177-year-old cottage, now known as the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum, the GMM. It is where inventor of the telephone, Antonio Meucci, and his wife Esther resided from the early 1850s until their passing. It is also where General Giuseppe Garibaldi visited for nearly 2 years as their welcomed guest. For over a century, the GMM continues to stand prominently, thanks in part to the support and care of the Sons of Italy Foundation, the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America, the voluntary services of numerous individuals, and the financial support of countless benefactors. This is Osdia's national treasure. It symbolizes the best aspects of Italian-American heritage and culture. Now please permit me to take a moment to acknowledge this year's honorees. Mr. Robert Graham, during his 4-year tenure as GMM Commissioner, continually demonstrated a deep commitment to promote the welfare and prominence of the GMM. On behalf of everyone at the GMM, please accept our immense gratitude for your exemplary service. Bob, you will always remain a fraternal brother and an integral part of our GMM family. To our esteemed Honorable New York State Comptroller, Thomas DiNapoli, who has and continues to be a perennial presence in support of Ostia, the GMM is privileged to acknowledge your extensive community service. You stand tall among the countless beacons that shed light on the vast Italian-American community. And to Ms. Giada Valenti, aside from your exceptional internationally renowned talent, you bring a touch of class and sophistication to this otherwise modest annual event. Cara Italian signorina, ti ringraziamo tantissimo per la tua partecipazione. And now, please give your undivided attention to Robert Graham's visually stunning 360-degree virtual tour of the GMM, narrated by Professor Louis Leonini. Buon divertimento!
As we enter the Meucci room, we see a display case, and to the right corner of that display case, we have a prototype of the original telephone that Meucci made while he was still in Cuba. We're talking approximately 1848. Now, in 1871, he was in America. He made his first steps toward actually a patent for it, and this was 5 years before Bell actually patented the first phone. Now, right to the left of that prototype, you see a congressional proclamation from 1997 by Vito Fossella, who was a congressman for us at that point in time, and it recognizes the contribution of Meucci. In another corner of the famous Meucci room here at the museum, we have actual photos of Meucci meeting with supporters of Italian unification at a local hotel called the Hotel Caprera. So these are photos of that. Now, as we move away from that, we see a beautiful painting of Garibaldi and Meucci, done by a local artist of ours here, Bill Costello. And to the left and right of that, we have a chair and a piano, both of which were made from what they call the technique of bent wood. And both men worked on these. Garibaldi helped with the piano, and the chair was made by Meucci. As we enter the Garibaldi room on the first floor of the Meucci Museum, we have right before us a painting which actually has the Battle of Bezzecca against Austria in 1866, a major battle. And then we also have a rifle that was used during these battles right above that painting. As we move along, we have the Anita Garibaldi corner, where fighting with Garibaldi, of course, in 1848, she was wounded and she died from her wounds and from the fact that she was ill. Moving along further, we have a handwritten, in that cabinet there, we have the handwritten autobiography of Garibaldi and his life. Very famous documents. And then we have the red shirt there that he wore and his Garibaldini wore. And then we have the two maps here, which are wonderful. You have the one on the right, which is the actual conquest of the unification of Italy. We're starting in Sicily all the way up the peninsula. And then on the left, we have Garibaldi's travels. And here we are in the Garibaldi bedroom. We're looking at the actual bed that Garibaldi used while he was here. We have a sample shirt of his that was used during the war for Italian independence, the famous red shirt. We also have Garibaldi's cap There are only 3 of those in existence, 1 here and 2 in Italy. And we have the cane also that he used while he was here. As we walk around the rest of the room, we see various items that he used: a wash basin, a mirror, shaving utensils, and as we move around even further, we see an old chair that was used also by Garibaldi, and we have the Benjamin Franklin stove that was used at that time. And looking further, you see some sample guns that he left with Meucci that are there on the wall. A painting of George Washington, which it's easy for us to remember that George Washington was Garibaldi's hero from the previous century.
Good afternoon, and once again, a delight to be at our 32nd Annual Garibaldi-Meucci Museum fundraiser. We are so honored today to have someone who has respected us tremendously and supported us. I am delighted to welcome the Honorable Francesco Gianguardi, Consul General of Italy, to New York and to these United States.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure and honor for me to be here with you in this very special occasion, the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum annual fundraising lunch gathering. It's an honor because I know very well your museum, I know very well your activities, I'm very proud of what you do, and really Italy knows that you can count on your institution, on the history, and on the present and on the future of the glorious community of Staten Island. Let me congratulate all the honorees today, the Commissioner Graham, the vocalist Giada Valenti, and great Thomas DiNapoli, the new State Comptroller, a great friend of Italy. I want to take also this opportunity to congratulate your board, and with a special thanks to Joe Shami, authoritative member of your board, and president also of the Foundation Sons of Italy. What you do for the community, and we are Joey in the tri-state area, in the New York City area, is really remarkable. We are very grateful for what you do. Grazie a tutti, buon pomeriggio, viva l'Italia, viva Staten Island, viva il Garibaldi-Meucci Museum.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome the National President of the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America, an organization founded in 1905, our current National President, Nancy DiFiore-Quinn.
Greetings to all on behalf of all the brothers and sisters of the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America. My name is Nancy DiFiore-Quinn, and I am the National President. Sincere congratulations to our honorees who have worked so very hard for one of our crown jewels, the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum. Special thanks today to Robert Graham for serving so admirably as a commissioner. Not only was he an active member of the board, but he photographed beautiful pictures of the GMM events along with many other OSIA events. Thanks so much, Robert, for always being available to assist in whatever project the museum was working on. To beautiful Giada Valenti, our special recognition awardee, we can never thank you enough for all the memorable Italian songs you sung for us over the years, for allowing us to interview you on Facebook Live, and for always supporting the Italian American community. To Honorable Thomas DiNapoli, our proud New York State Comptroller and a member of OSIA, we can never thank you enough for the assistance you have given us for so many years. We are proud of all your accomplishments in public office and consider you a brother and a dear friend. To New York State President Anthony Naccarato, we thank you for always encouraging the museum's programs and goals and for being so generous in funding as the president of the New York Grand Lodge Foundation. We are all aware that National OSIA is the true owner of the museum, but without New York OSIA, there wouldn't be a museum. Unfortunately, a lot of what needs to presently be done are expensive propositions, so what we need to do now is to raise funds and keep up the good fight. All the other Grand Lodges across the country need to understand how important it is for them to take on some of the financial burden that New York faces with regard to the museum. Please keep them in mind as you move forward in your fundraising efforts. Enjoy your day and keep safe. It was a privilege and a pleasure to address you today.
And now, one of our most distinguished members in the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America, the State President of the Grand Lodge of New York, F. Anthony Naccarato.
Greetings, brothers and sisters and friends. My name is Anthony Naccarato, the New York State President of the Sons and Daughters of Italy in America and its foundation. The New York State Foundation is privileged to operate this historical and cultural treasure, the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum, on behalf of the Supreme Lodge, with Nancy DeFiore Quinn as our national president. Our organization promotes our culture and heritage, and this museum epitomizes every aspect of our illustrious history. Congratulations to all incoming commissioners, and as a former commissioner, I am certain you will do a splendid job. Good luck to all of you from First Lady Mary and I. Today, we honor three people who truly deserve our praise and gratitude. Robert Graham, a true gentleman who loves our order and has contributed tremendously to our museum, traveling hundreds of miles and saving us thousands of dollars in technical expenses. Robert, all of us today, thank you, and we appreciate all your tireless efforts, and we know that you will be here for us in the future. The Honorable Thomas DiNapoli, a respected and most effective New York State Comptroller, is also a beloved member of the Order. Tom, the foundation of our Order is a positive image, and you are not only an outstanding controller, but a true ambassador of the Italian-American community. Your respectful and diligent manner that you perform your very important position brings us credit and pride to all of us. Thank you, Tom, for your fraternal support you constantly give us. Giada Valenti, another true friend of the Order. Through our art, she brings the music of our homeland to every corner of the world. Giada, your contribution to our culture is another positive image that we really appreciate. Thank you for all you do, and we wish you continued success in your career. We extend our appreciation to all the selfless volunteers and the Capodanno Lodge for your valuable and indispensable work for this museum. I thank the management of this museum, Joe Shami, Carl Giacaccio, and Sarah Capano for all that you do each and every day. Your recent hard work to improve the appearance of the museum has not gone unnoticed, and today we thank you, each and every one of you. Please take care and be safe, and may God bless you.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to commence with the presentation of the awards to our distinguished honorees. Our first honoree today, and we're very fortunate to have him here at the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum, where we are videotaping our program. So we have Robert Graham. Bob Graham has had a distinguished past with the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America. He's worked very hard, and he was elected 4 years ago, has completed 4 complete years serving as a commission director. But his special expertise has been in photography and memorializing so much for us, especially our annual journal, which has brought us in many thousands of dollars, but it's the beauty of the journal that memorializes the past at this famed Garibaldi-Meucci Museum and our annual fundraiser. So it is now my pleasure to present to Bob our very special award.
Joe, thank you very much.
Congratulations and best wishes, and it couldn't go to a better person.
Joe, I know I'm going to be called upon from time to time by GMM, even though my 4 years are up, and to be truthful, I'm looking forward to it, and you're welcome to call me anytime.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Joe. Good afternoon, everyone. For all of you that know me, you know that I am better off behind the camera than in front. As a young guy, growing up just east of London in the 1950s and 60s, I would have never guessed that I would have had the life that I had and that I would be here today. Growing up and travelling around Europe, I always had a special place in my heart for Italy, and I have been lucky enough to visit my cousin in Switzerland and then drive over the Alps to Italy, often using the Stelvio Pass. I can remember when the Autostrada del Sole was finished, and it was reported to be the most picturesque road in Europe. We drove the entire highway to Reggio Calabria. I never knew that anywhere could get that hot. My 4 years as GMM Commissioner have been very rewarding, and I have met and worked with some of the most dedicated people in the Order. The management and staff of the museum are to be commended for their dedication to the museum, and I'm honoured to have been part of the museum with them. I even got to look forward to October each year when the journal came to life, and at least once or twice myself, Fran and Colette would stay until 7 or 8 o'clock, so I did not have to come back the next day. It is sad that we are not all together at the Staten, but this is a fact of life in the year 2020. As Joe Sharmy always says, the museum is truly a crown jewel of the Order, and it has certainly been a big part of my life for the past 4 years, and I have missed it. In the last year, I've missed it a lot. It is a place not only of Garibaldi and Meucci, but a place of enjoyable functions and learning. I remember being there during opera classes and the windows upstairs were shaking, and Italian classes when everyone seemed like one big happy family. I wish we lived a little closer so we could attend events. I am sure that I will be called upon from time to time, and that's just fine by me. Thank you for everyone at the museum for making my tenure so enjoyable.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our second honoree of the day, the famous, very important international performer. We have Giada Valenti. Giada has been a friend of the Order Sons of Italy in America for a long time, and today we're very happy to present her with one of our distinguished awards, Giada Valenti.
Hello everybody, sono Giada Valenti qui da Las Vegas, Giada Valenti here from Las Vegas. I hope you're all doing well, spero che state tutti quanti bene. I would like to ringraziare first Professor Joseph Shame for the introduction, and also give my thank to all of you at the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum for these recognitions today. Thank you for acknowledging and giving attention to all my efforts to promote Italian culture and the beauty of our language with my music and all my activities. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Of course, many of you know I was born and raised in Venice, Italy, and I moved to the United States 15 years ago following my big dream. I remember like it was yesterday. There I was in New York City. Yes, New York City. I was there for 11 years. And New York City was beautiful, but it was overwhelming. The United States was so big comparing to the little booth of Italy. So where to start with my dream? And then one day I was introduced to the Italian American community. And what a gift that was. Suddenly I was invited to perform at all these events. I started to do my whole concert all around the United States thanks to my PBS special From Venice with Love. And I was meeting with these people, probably like all of you watching, they were of Italian heritage. Most of them, they had never been to Italy. Most of them, they could not speak Italian, and yet there they were telling me how proud they were of their Italian heritage and sharing with me all this beautiful tradition they had inherited from their grandparents that came from Italy. Traditions that honestly we'd have lost a long time ago in Italy. And that was a gift. Suddenly I was so proud of being Italian. And to these days, when I am in Italy, you know, and I have the opportunity to talk about my life and my experience in the United States, there is no one opportunity I let go for telling them about you and about discovering the Italian American. So for that, I will be forever grateful. I'm also honored to receive today this recognitions, award, prize, donation. I haven't received it, but I don't know what it is, but I thank you anyway. But I'm so happy, most of all, to share this moment with two amazing gentlemen. Onorevole Thomas DiNapoli. Hi, Thomas. I hope you are watching. I had the pleasure to meet Thomas several times while in New York City, and actually also to perform at some of Thomas DiNapoli events. So, Thomas, un saluto, spero che stai bene, and also to share this moment with Robert Graham, which I have never met, but I surely hope to meet in the near future. I would have loved, really loved to be there in Staten Island with all of you. I lived in Staten Island for 3 years, so I have many friends there, but of course, it was impossible for me to be there and for all of you actually to gather together. But I'm so happy that all of you at the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum have been perseverant and have done this event virtually today. You have done this for 32 years, I have been told, and for that I congratulate you. Nothing can stop a person when moved by amore e passione, when a person is moved by love and passion. And I always say, nothing can stop an Italian, dot, punto. And when COVID-19 happened, there I was just like, what to do? My last concert was actually March 12th here in Las Vegas at the Smith Center, and the day after, Las Vegas closed. The whole world closed. So a couple of days later, I was like, what shall I do? I remember learning when I was a little girl from my parents, they were telling me that la vita non è mai come te l'aspetti, devi cambiare te stesso per fare in modo che funzioni. So life is never as you expected. You have to change yourself to make it work for you. So I had to change my planning. So one day I went in front of the camera. A couple of days after my concert, I was missing my audience, and I went there in front of the camera like today for a quick hello, I thought, and before I knew, I did it for 100 days straight, every day, and the Giada life was born. I was talking to them, I was cooking, I was talking about Italy, and I was singing and interviewing some amazing friends I have in my life. And something beautiful was born, something that we started to call the Circle of Love. An amazing group of friends from all over the world that were there with me every day. And in matter of fact, I know many of them have bought a ticket to be with us here. Guys, I love you. You really had the wind beneath my wings. I was told when I was a little girl to adapt to the situation. Never let the dream go. Just adapt yourself. Change your strategy. And so I did. For instance, also, not only the Giada Life. In October, I would have been at Carnegie Hall. For 3 years, October, we all know, is Italian Heritage and Cultural Month. And also Hispanic, matter of fact. And for 3 years in a row, I was doing this concert at Carnegie Hall. This year, I couldn't do it, but I didn't want it to let go. So I decided to do it virtually. So I put Carnegie Hall on my green screen, and I call it for the day Carnegie Home. And I did my concert for my Circle of Love. And it was such a joyful moment. I do speak 5 languages, by the way. And during COVID-19, you see I do some sign with my hands. My friends Diane and Sal Fiorentino here in Las Vegas, they have a son who is deaf, and they told me about the difficulty of deaf people during COVID-19 because we are wearing masks and they cannot read our lips. And it's an Italian thing. I have a big heart. I wanted to include them, and since day one at Giada Live, we started to, thanks to Diane, to do sign language. So I learned another language, sign language, and I'm very, very proud of it. And with me, the people that were watching with me. So I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful somehow to this situation. Listen, if it wasn't for COVID-19 right now, I would have not been here at home. I would have been somewhere performing, and maybe I would have not been here with all of you. I know, in matter of fact, I would have been in Europe, as I have many projects waiting for me there, and I would have been on stage with Andrea Bocelli again, like we did it last year. But I'm not sad. This is just put on hold in the hands of God, as we say, nelle mani di Dio. Faith is very important to me. It will happen when the time will come. Thank you again to the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum for these recognitions today. And I would like to take this opportunity to invite you all to something very dear and special to me, my Christmas concert. Yes, I'll be home for Christmas. Yes, not only me, we're all gonna be home for Christmas. And I decided to do my Christmas concert, Love Under the Christmas Tree, that normally I do around the United States virtually. So I will be filming that December the 12th from the beautiful house of dear friends of mine here in Las Vegas. Some Italian blood also there, the Beninato family. So you are all invited, and buy your ticket and enjoy the concert from the warmth of your house with the people you love. So grazie ancora di cuore per questa opportunità, grazie a tutti voi del Garibaldi-Meucci Museum. Voglio ringraziare anche tutte le persone del mio Circle of Love, il mio circolo dell'amore. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm looking forward to see you soon. I will cherish this award and continue to do what is so dear and close to my heart, promoting Italian culture and language. I always say I am a citizen of the world, but I am made in Italy, and of that I'm very, very proud of. Grazie di cuore e ci vediamo presto. Un bacio, ciao. Hello, me again. I couldn't leave without singing a song because I know many people of my circle of love were joining us today with a hope I was singing something, and I have to sing something for you. And I would like to dedicate this song to all of you guys of the circle of love, but also to Professor Joseph Sciame, because I know this song that I'm going to sing is very special for you too. I remember, you see, a few years back, I was actually in Rome with Andrea Bocelli and Maestro Ennio Morricone, and I remember hearing Maestro Morricone that wrote this next song, saying that what inspired the song was the beauty of the Sicily, the place where was the setting of this movie. He went to see the movie setting, and he was inspired to write the song Se. The title actually Se from Cinema Paradiso. So from my heart to yours, guys, stay safe out there, and it's my pleasure to sing for you this beautiful song of the great maestro Ennio Morricone. For you, dear Joe.
Se tu fossi nei miei occhi per un giorno, vedresti la bellezza che, piena di allegria, io trovo dentro agli occhi tuoi, e non so se sia magia o realtà. Se tu fossi nella mia anima un giorno, potresti avere un'idea di ciò che sento io quando mi stringi forte a te. E petto noi respiriamo insieme. vista del tuo amore e non so se sia magia o realtà. If one day you could see with my eyes the beauty and happiness I see in you, when I see your eyes, the life I dream of can come true. Or is it just a dream? We are one.
Grazie, un saluto a tutti.
Our final honoree for the year 2020 is the Honorable Thomas DiNapoli. Tom DiNapoli is truly a son of Italy. He is a member of a lodge in Long Island, New Hyde Park, the Cellini Lodge number 2206. He has distinguished himself in every way possible and has achieved the high position as New York State Comptroller. Let's welcome Tom DiNapoli.
Hi, this is New York State Comptroller and Cellini Lodge member Tom DiNapoli. My thanks to the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum for inviting me to be a part of this virtual event. Thank you for the recognition with the Community Service Award. Congratulations to your worthy honorees, Bob Graham, who has done so much to promote the museum, and the talented artist Giada Valenti. I'd also like to acknowledge Nancy DiFiore-Quinn, National President of the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy and America, Anthony Naccarato, President, New York State Grand Lodge, Joseph Sciami, President, National Order Foundation, and Carl Ciaccio, Museum Chair, and his team. The museum honors the New York connection to Giuseppe Garibaldi, the unifier of modern Italy, and the great inventor, Antonio Meucci. Recognizing and celebrating the contributions of Italians and Italian Americans is especially important today. I salute the Order and the museum for preserving this rich legacy and keeping this history alive. I wish you continued success in maintaining the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum as a leading cultural institution in our state. My gratitude to everyone who is a part of this effort.
Good afternoon again, and what a great day it has been for the Garibaldi-Meucci Museum. We're delighted in having you, and as you can see, the winners of our raffle are right before you. Congratulations to the raffle winners, and thank you one and all for supporting our raffle program. Carl, how do you feel about today?
It's a marvelous gala event. I'm so glad that we were able to piece it together. I want to thank everyone involved in putting it together. This is a wonderful beginning. I'm hoping that we don't necessarily have to do more in the future, but if we do, we certainly have a great start. I want to encourage you to, at your leisure, to review the journal ad that you donated. The entire journal book is virtual. Enjoy it. Also, I encourage you to visit the museum when you are in the vicinity or plan to be here. And if you're not a member of the museum, please consider it strongly. We need your support. Thank you again, And until next year, stay safe and healthy, and hope to see you again in a live situation. Take care. Ciao, ciao.
And most of all, not to forget about our website, www.GaribaldiMeucciMuseum.com. Soon to be .org, but either way, you're going to get to us. Have a wonderful day.
Take care.